Seeing a kangaroo on the TV or at the zoo is one thing, but living in a country full of these muscular marsupials is tough. Australia is known to house a lot of dangerous animals, but those that don't live in the country have always had a slightly different opinion about kangaroos. For example, when we say kangaroo, we think of the cute little joeys that come out of their mother's pouches. But Australians have mixed feelings about them, probably because getting hit in the face by one of them is not quite an amazing adventure. Yes, we've all seen the cute baby kangaroo hugging a teddy bear, but Josh Hayden learned that kangaroos can also headbutt people, and trust him, it was very painful. This young man got knocked out cold after being headbutted by a kangaroo. It happened in Western Australia. He was only 19 years old and he was in the car with his brother. It was dark and suddenly Josh was out with his brother to hunt some kangaroos. He spotted 3 kangaroos, but at one moment he only saw 2. So he leaned out the window for a better shot. Guess what happened next? The 3rd kangaroo appeared and smashed into Joshua's car. Here's what he remembered. It actually collided with the side of the car and smashed the front window. And that's not all. Then it bounced back onto me and headbutted me straight in the jaw, said Joshua. He thought that the kangaroo hit the car and then tried to get back, but his face just happened to be there. Joshua lost consciousness for almost half a minute, and when he woke up, he heard his brother. I woke up and my brother was trying to tell me what happened. You won't believe what Joshua said. I said, "No, you hit me." He said, "No, the kangaroo did," said Joshua. But there wasn't time to argue, so his brother took him to the Keller-Barron Memorial Hospital, then to the Northam Emergency Department, finally being sent to the Royal Perth Hospital. Joshua was interviewed by the media, and he had to tell his story. It was an accident, and he didn't even get that close to the kangaroo to fight him like this guy did. What happened next to Joshua? The young man needed surgery, but he had to wait 10 days for surgery because his face was too swollen. His cheekbone, eye socket, and jaw were all shattered, and once he went into surgery, the facial reconstruction lasted 2 hours. And that's not all. Joshua said that out of all the times we've been out in the bush, I've never heard of this before. He wasn't prepared to see a kangaroo fight back. Here is what a wildlife expert said about the incident. The kangaroos are going crazy these days. As soon as they see a car, they hop right up to it and give it right back. And isn't it obvious why they do it? It's because they feel threatened, and kangaroos are quite the hotheads. A zoologist said this amazing thing. Deb Morley, who works at the Caversham Wildlife Park, said that any wild animal is going to defend itself if it feels threatened. Here are some facts about kangaroos to support her claims. As for Joshua, he's willing to advise people to keep your head inside the car unless you know where the kangaroos are, because they've got hard heads on them. And don't get out of the car like this woman did. Australians know how dangerous these muscular marsupials can be, especially when they get mad. But this man had no idea why he was visited by the angry fella. Some people argued that the animal saw its reflection in the window. Looking at the claws in the huge animal, we're thankful that we only got to see our door-to-door salesman annoyingly knock on doors. A pack of kangaroos is called a mob, and their leader is the largest male in the group. He'll exert control by force, like biting and kicking others to follow him. This was surely an alpha that had a bone to pick with the owner. Even though kangaroos cannot walk or run, they can hop, and they can even reach 40 miles per hour using those powerful hind legs. So imagine how hard they can hit you at just a little speed. Joshua said that hunting kangaroos is part of their culture. Kangaroo meat is being legally consumed nationwide since 1993, and it's a delicacy in some countries. The leather is also used domestically or exported. Of course, not all Australians eat kangaroo meat. There have been many kangaroo attacks over the years. They're considered pests, and its population is overgrown due to the good weather conditions and fewer predators. Unfortunately, many people get to the hospital after a roo encounter. Of course, there are many other kangaroos that have been rescued and raised by people. Little Abby was rescued too, and he lives at the Kangaroo Sanctuary in Alice Springs, Australia. Every day he comes to the caretaker and gives them a big warm hug. Whether it's a headbutt, a punch in the face, some banging in the window, or a big hug, experience with kangaroos will surely make for an unforgettable memory. I hope you liked this video. If so, please hit the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to make sure you never miss a video from our channel.